What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. I'm going to be explaining to you guys about how Watermark is working right now in New World and how it's completely broken. And do not waste your time trying to get 600 gear score drops in this game because right now they do not exist. I'm going to show you through my experience as well as other people's experiences that 591 is the cap for gear score dropping in the world, dropping that will affect your watermark. You can get 600s out of the outpost rush crates. You could potentially get 600s out of the corrupted portal chests like that. And the coral lash and reek water you can drop as a 600, but those are the only things that can drop a 600 gear score. No dungeon, no open world, nothing is going to give you a watermark past 591. And I think I know why, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll give you my theory as to why. But first, I'm going to show you first. So just as an example here, I went the entire day farming elites, going through Genesis 5 times, going through all the elite farms, and almost every single one of my pieces of gear is at 591 gear score capped. My shit is capped at 591 gear score, and it will not change. It will not go up past that. So I went and farmed. I just wanted to show you guys this one day. Look at how many drops I received at 591. Not a single one passed. Not a single upgrade. And I've had these at 591 for weeks now. I hit 61st on my server, and I've been grinding elites since day 3. I hit 591 gear score for a lot of my items weeks and weeks ago, and I have still never gotten past 591. I've also never gotten a 590 drop. As you can see, it goes from 589 straight to 591. I've never ever gotten a 590 drop, and I think that's the key and the problem that's holding us back to 600. Now, I also want to go over what the devs said about this, because what's crazy about all this is that with all these questions that have been looming about this 591 gear score for well over a week now, a couple days ago, the devs released a post basically saying, oh yeah, you can get 600 drops in the game. You can get them from the dungeons. You can get them from anybody over the level 64. You can easily get 600 drops in the game based off of just getting your watermark up past, just continuing to get your watermark up. And that basically just goes against everything everyone's going through right now, because you can look anywhere in this world, in this beautiful new world. You can look anywhere on any server. There is not a single person that has ever gotten a drop above 591 unless it is the coral lash from reek water, or it is out of a chest, out of a crate, like a cache, like a outpost rush cache or a corrupted portal cache. Those are the only times you're going to get a 600. So real quick, guys, we're going to go over this post that they posted a couple days ago and kind of just go through it and explain how what they're saying here really isn't true. As of right now, I don't think they're lying. I think that there's a bug and they're not addressing it. But the big issue is that there's been posts about this everywhere, and they are just blatantly ignoring the post. They respond to other posts about everything under the sun, but the second anyone asks about the 591 gear score drops, there's no post. And this is the only post we've gotten here. So this is what we have to go off of. So let's go through it. People are asking a lot of questions about the watermark system. It's a system that kicks in when your character hits level 60, which it does. So once you hit 60, you start at 500 gear score and you work your way up. Once you get, let's say you get a sword, that's 505. Next time you get an upgrade for swords, it's going to be, 506 to 510, something like that, and it's going to keep going up. So that is true. This is true about what they say here. Not all enemies and containers are equal in the case of the watermark system. We know this is true. I already explained it. Some of the caches drop 600 drops, but the drops in the game aren't dropping that yet. So obviously there's a whole different loot tables for each one of these types of things. They're not all equal. None of this stuff is created equal. So we know this, and this is true. Now, here's where it starts to not get true. Says level 64 plus enemies are capable of reliably dropping gear up to 600 gear score. If this was reliable, we would have gotten, or somebody, anybody in this world, there's millions of people that play New World, there will have been one person at this point that has gotten a drop above 591 gear score. There pretty much has to have been a person at this point. And since there is not, and if there is, please send me a screenshot. Please send me proof. I would love to see some proof so that I know that I'm not doing all this grinding for nothing. Now, this next section talks about how basically every time you don't get an upgrade, the next time you kill something, the chances of that thing dropping an upgrade increases, which I've seen to be true. The longer I go without getting an upgrade, eventually one comes. It's not like I just go days without getting an upgrade. I typically get an upgrade, every couple hours you're grinding. So this is definitely true. Now, the end of this here I would not say it's completely true. So it says the expedition bosses will always drop an item that increases your watermark. It does a lot. It does increase your watermark for something. Usually one of the bosses will drop an upgrade for you, but I have seen that not every boss will drop an upgrade for you. This also might be because when I'm getting the drop, it's 591 when it should actually be higher. The next part talks about just the more people that are in the area, the less chance you have of getting a bigger drop, which is true and works correctly in the game. This part right here basically says that you need to do dungeons to get the best chance of getting, 600 gear score drops. I don't believe that is true because I've been doing dungeons nonstop and all I get is 591s. And actually the chest inside the dungeons, the ancient chests that come out of them, all those chests actually only drop 505 to 510 gear score gear. That's shit. So they also need to fix those chests as well. The last part here says that basically they're going to be lowering the requirements for tuning orbs, which is cool and all, but we need a fix for the 591 gear score. And this is what I think is happening. So let me just go back to the game here real quick. So, like I said before, guys, I have never received a 590 gear score drop. And I think this is the bug that is causing the watermark system to get stuck. And what I think is happening is you're boosting your watermark over and over and over, and you're upgrading, but for some reason, the 590 is not registering in the system. This is my theory, guys. I don't know if this is the truth or what it is or whatnot, because no one has ever gotten a 590 drop either. So what I'm thinking is, since 590 is not registering, you're getting stuck at 591 and you cannot increase your watermark any higher because that 590 gear score, you never ended up hitting that 590. You skipped right over it. You went from 589 to 591 and it didn't register as you getting an upgrade. I think it's stuck and you need to get that 590 in order to continue this watermark process. It has something to do with the 590 gear score that is missing. Once they fix this bug, I have a feeling that everything will fall into place. When you do dungeons, you will get above 591. You will boost your gear score, albeit much slower than, from 500 to 550. It's going to be a lot slower from 590 to 600, but it's going to be possible. Right now, it is not possible. If you can prove me wrong, please post down below. Send me a message on Discord with some proof. Like I said, don't send me a screenshot of the coral ash. The coral ash does not count. The coral ash does not count. So please do not send me a picture of the coral ash and say, see, you're wrong. I got a 600 drop. It does not count. For now, until they fix this, what I would suggest doing is getting everything up to 591. So when they do fix it, you're right in there farming from 591 to 600. The hardest thing to get your watermark up for is jewelry. Like right now, my jewelry is at like 545 to 550. It takes a long ass time to go up. I have almost everything at 591 besides jewelry and a couple weapons. So that's what I'm going to be doing on my stream live. Description down below if you want to drop a follow on Twitch. Drop a sub on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video helped in some way. Please let me know if you get a drop over 591. I would love to hear about it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.